Yo, what's going on? And welcome back to some more Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. In the last one, we were playing Tri-Brigade, and I told you that I was working on this Dragonmaid deck, and it's finally in a playable state, and I've given it a little bit of a try in solo duel, so I think I have a slight grasp of what's going on here. And I'll explain the deck to you a little bit. Um, so we have all of the core Dragonmaids. We only have one nurse, but obviously, if I wanted more, I could have just crafted more. I got all the SR cards at 3 at the moment. You might run less in some cases. I was just trying to fill up my deck with cards that were of the archetype at the moment because I still don't have all of the nice techs and stuff. We also have only 3 of the dragons. You want a few of them because they will be very useful, and I think the pink one, I'm not sure if you want to run one of the pink one. I saw a lot of people running only one of the pink one. But the thing that's cool about the pink one is it can discard itself to special summon a level 4 from your hand. And you can do that on your opponent's turn. You can do that on your turn if you're out of your normal summon. So that one seems maybe slightly more useful than the others, although the others are pretty good. The red one here, you could discard it and one of your Dragonmaid monsters gets 2000 attack until the end of the turn. And then the green one, you can discard it and then target one face-up monster on the field, and players cannot activate that target's effects on the field this turn. And the cool thing about these dragons, the reason we only have like 1 or 2 of them, is we're pretty good at getting them back out of our graveyard. So if we do use one of their effects, it's not the end of the world. We can get it back quite easily. So our main other dragon maids are Kitchen, and she, when you summon her, she's going to add a dragon maid from your deck to your hand, and then you're going to send one dragon maid from your hand to the graveyard. A lot of times you're just going to be searching a dragon maid and then immediately putting that one in the graveyard. Kitchen's not as good as Chamber and Parlor, but Kitchen does let you get the big dragons into your graveyard, which is then useful. So Parlor is one of your 2 main searchers, the other one being Chamber. Good thing about Parlor is she automatically sends a Dragon Maid card from your deck to the graveyard. With so kind of like a general rule for Dragon Maid seems to be Parlor, send Tiding to the graveyard. Kind of what you're doing generally with her, because the good thing about Tiding is if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it to special summon one Dragon Maid from your hand or graveyard in defense position. You could do that on your opponent's turn. So Parlor's really good for sending Tiding. Now, Chamber is your other searcher. What Chamber does is you can add one Dragon Maid spell or trap from your deck to your hand. So Chamber generally is used to search for Hospitality, because Hospitality, much like Tiding in the graveyard, will let you special summon one Dragon Maid from your hand or graveyard in defense position. So, Chamber, search Hospitality, Parlor, send Tiding to the graveyard. The other thing, Parlor can send any Dragon Maid to the graveyard, so you can send the big dragons, you can send Nurse, you can send Kitchen, you can send Chamber, you can send whatever you want with Parlor. Now, the other important thing about the Dragon Maids is their second effect is at the start of the battle phase, you can return this card to your hand, and if you do special summon, this part's slightly different for them. In this case, Chamber is level 7 or higher Dragon Maid monster from your hand or graveyard. So if we have this guy in the graveyard, then at the start of the battle phase, we can return Chamber to our hand and summon this guy, and we can summon him in attack mode. It's not limited to defense. Similarly, Parlor will do that, but only with level 8s. Chamber is the only one that says level 7 or higher. Parlor will only do level 8. Kitchen will also only do level 8. And then Nurse will only do level 7. So level 7 is the pink dragon. And then the red and green dragon are your level 8s. So Nurse, we didn't talk about, but Nurse, whenever she gets summoned, you could special summon a level 4 or lower Dragon Maid from your graveyard. Nurse is pretty good once you've already made some plays to continue them, because if you can special summon out Nurse with some way, then automatically you have 2 monsters on the field instead of just 1. Now, as far as the other important Dragon Maid cards go, We talked about tiding, but tiding also has an effect if you set it, and that is you can target a dragon monster you control and one card your opponent controls or is in their graveyard and return it to the hand. Usually you don't return something from their graveyard to their hand, but it could work with like Eldritch Golden Lord, where when he discards himself, you could then return him to the hand because he can't discard himself again, and he can only special summon himself from the graveyard. So keep that in mind. You could use tiding as a set as well, and returning your own Dragon Maids to your hand is not that big a deal because they're pretty good at summoning a whole bunch per turn. Now, other tech cards that we have. Oh, I forgot about Changeover. Changeover is our one fusion spell. Good thing about Changeover is Chamber or Parlor can search it, essentially. So if you remember, Chamber searches Hospitality, Parlor sends Tiding to the grave, but both Chamber and Parlor can search Changeover, because Chamber just searches for a card you added to your hand, or Parlor can send Changeover to the grave, and Changeover's second effect is you can return a Dragon Maid on the field to your hand and then add Changeover from your graveyard to your hand. So if you summon Parlor, you send Changeover, return Parlor, put Changeover in your hand, then you can activate Changeover. Changeover is your only fusion spell, so if it gets banished, you might have some problems. But we'll try and avoid that. Now, as far as the fusions go that we're going to be summoning with this, the main one that you summon first is Dragonmaid Shayu. I think it's Shayu. This one is going to be able to summon a Dragonmaid level, or I guess any dragon. No, it's a Dragonmaid. Level 9 or lower during any standby phase. So your opponent's standby phase, your standby phase. Very good, but her second effect is really what you want her for, which is quick effect, negate the activation of a card, and then it destroys that card. Also, after that, you return her to the extra deck, and if you do that, then you can automatically summon House Dragonmaid from your extra deck back on the field. House Dragonmaid does not have the negate. She does have the ability to special summon during your standby phase, but only if you control another Dragonmaid monster that is one level either higher or lower than a Dragonmaid in your graveyard or hand that you want to summon. So say you have House on the field with a kitchen, you can target the kitchen, and then you can either summon Nurse, who is one level lower, or you can summon Chamber, who is one level higher. You cannot summon Parlor because they are the same level. And similarly, if you had Pink Dragon, can you do it with Pink Dragon? Pretty sure you can. I'm pretty sure you could target Pink Dragon and summon either green or red, or you could target red and summon Pink. So that is the Dragonmaid cards. Now, as far as the techs go, we do have Prosperity, which is kind of just like your basic drawing card in here. The cards that we generally banish are, I banish all three of my XYZs pretty often, even though it could help us make Zeus. I don't really see that being that useful for us. So I tend to banish all three of those. Then I banish one House Dragonmaid. One Pisty seems to be okay to banish. And then I gotta choose between these last three. Usually I just banish Nightmare Phoenix. Because having access to Appaloosa and access code is pretty good. And this deck can summon both fairly easily because you can kind of flood the field. Now, the other important card in the extra deck here is Heavenly Seals, or Heavenly Spheres, sorry. It's called Hieratic Seal of the Heavenly Spheres. This card's just going to take 2 dragon monsters for you to make. Lots of combos to make this card. It's very easy to make. It does have 0 attack, but generally you want to make this at the end of your turn because you're going to be using its effect during your opponent's turn. And what it's going to do during your opponent's turn is you contribute 1 monster from your hand or field and return 1 face-up card from the field to the hand. So this is really good against skill drain because this card can tribute itself and then it's not negated because it's in the graveyard. It will then send the skill drain back to the hand, and then it will activate its second effect, which is when it's tributed, you can special summon 1 dragon monster from your hand or deck, make its attack and defense 0. But it doesn't negate the effects of that card. So we can use that to summon Nurse from our deck, and then Nurse can immediately summon whatever we use to make Heavenly Spheres. So like if we used a kitchen and a parlor, we could then summon a parlor immediately, and you kind of get where this is going. Now other stuff, we just have Monster Reborn to fill out the deck. We have Called by the Grave. We have Ash Blossom, pretty self-explanatory. We have Lightning Storm, just a pretty good card you can get from one of the bundles. The kind of weird card I saw is this World Legacy Guard Dragon. It's kind of a tech that's cheap because it's a rare, and so I could craft it easily. When you activate it, it's a continuous spell. You can target one level 4 or lower dragon monster in your graveyard. You can either add it to your hand or special summon it. Most of the time we're going to be special summoning it. So it's pretty similar to Dragonmaid Hospitality. It's kind of just like another Dragonmaid Hospitality, except Dragonmaid Hospitality, we can also use its second part of its effect to send something to the graveyard. Now other stuff, Torrential Tribute, Paleozoic Dino Miscus. It's a pretty good one. You target one face-up card on the field, discard one card, and if you do, banish that face-up card. We don't care that much about discarding because we're constantly summoning from our graveyard and stuff. So discarding doesn't hurt us very much. And we do have one downtime. I haven't actually ever activated this card. But you could return a Dragonmaid to your hand and then search for a Dragonmaid, or you could return a Dragonmaid to your hand and then return one spell or trap your opponent controls to the hand. So it could have its uses. Obviously that can be searchable by Chamber. Now that is kind of the whole deck. Oh, I didn't talk about Noctovision. He's kind of an interesting tech card. He's easy to craft because he's a rare. And the first part of this effect I don't think we ever use. Yeah, because we never have any face down cards, so we don't care about this part. But if a Dark Dragon monster is special summoned to your field, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. So where this becomes useful is Guard Dragon Pisty. Pisty just uses one level 4 or lower dragon monster. He's dark. We don't care about his effect because we're just using him as a link 1. We can summon him with any of our Dragonmaids on the field, and then immediately go into him. And if we have Noctovision special summons, and then we can use Pisty and Noctovision to summon Heavenly Spheres, and that will activate Noctovision's second effect, which is if this card is sent to the graveyard as a link material, you could draw one card. So that's kind of just the little Noctovision tech. You could use more Noctovisions, you could use 0. It kind of just depends on if it fits into your deck or not. And if you're using something like Pisty, or the other thing that people are using is Striker, like Guard Dragon Striker, or Striker something Dragon. I don't know. But that one's a super rare, whereas this one's only a rare, so you can make this a lot easier. But anyways, that's the whole deck. I've played it a little bit, but we're going to take it into ranked. Today for our daily ranked, we have to win 2 duels. That's going to be a big ask for me playing this deck, essentially for the first time on the ladder. But I'm looking forward to it. This deck is really cool, but it requires a lot of thinking. It is because it has so many choices. It's never like a linear path to do what you want. And that's what makes this deck pretty cool. You just have so many different like branching options that you can do with this. But it should be pretty good. It kind of counters Eldritch because Heavenly Spheres can dodge Skill Drain. And then Shayu can then destroy Skill Drain if they activate it once you have a Shayu on the field. So all around, this deck should perform pretty decently against Eldritch. And Eldritch is really annoying, so I'm glad to have something that should do well. This is not that great. We don't have a lot of options here. So I think we're just going to summon Chamber. We already have a Hospitality in hand. So we could do... Actually, yeah, I think we'll search Changeover. I was going to search Tiding, but that wouldn't help us that much. So I think Shayu is going to be better. And then we'll activate Changeover. And we'll use it to summon Shayu. And we can only use one pink, because for Shayu we need a level 5 or higher dragon and a Dragonmaid. Oh, I guess we could use 2 pinks. Do I want to keep the chamber? Oh, I guess if I keep the chamber, that might actually be a really good play. Use 2 pinks here. Here, I'll show you what I'm thinking. We're gonna put Shayu here. And then we'll activate Hospitality to summon Pink Dragon again. And then with Pink Dragon, yeah, we'll send something to the grave. Sure, send Nurse. Nurse we can summon in his standby phase with Shayu's effect. So now we can summon Heavenly Spheres using these 2. And that gets them both in the graveyard, which is fine. And now we have Heavenly Spheres on the field as well. The thing that we can activate is Changeover. We could bring back a Dragonmaid to put Changeover back in our hand. And then so now we have a negate and we have a spin back. This card spins back, this card negates and destroys. So this is actually a pretty decently strong field here. And so another important thing about Dragonmaids is you kind of want to make use of your toggle a lot. Oh, it took him that long to draw? I thought he was already in the main phase. But here we're going to activate Shayu. I'll explain the toggle in just a second. So let's go Nurse. And we'll summon Nurse over here in defense mode. And then we'll use Nurse's effect to summon Chamber. And we don't want to do any of that. Summon Chamber over here. We're just leaving the link slots open just in case. We don't really need them because we don't link enough monsters at a time for it to be relevant. And then we'll search another Hospitality, I think. So now it no longer matters for us to have toggle on. The reason you want toggle on is because the Dragonmaid effects to special summon are only at the start of the battle step. And if you don't have a Dragonmaid, what the heck do you do? Hold up. Target. I don't think we care. Yeah, that seems fine. But yeah, so at the start of the battle step, those effects activate, but if you don't have your toggle on, it won't ask you to activate unless you already have a Dragonmaid on the field. So if we're trying to use Sphere's effect at the start of the battle step to then summon a Dragonmaid at the start of the battle step, we have to have our toggle on. And maybe I'll show that when it actually happens, because right now it's not going to be relevant. What the heck does this do? Take control of it. That seems fine. I don't care. Now, what we're looking for is on his battle phase, we're going to summon our Pink Dragon. He's not going to enter the battle phase, is he? Does not seem like he's going to be entering the battle phase. Do we want to use this? Can we use you on face down cards? Return 1 face up card. Could target 1 zombie. I think we're going to be negating that effect, but we don't really want to. Oh, my chamber's coming back. I was like, what the heck is it asking me to do right now? I didn't realize you could change the slots of a card you had already used. So now we'll use Shayu. Really? Okay, we are going... Oh, we can't negate that because it's a counter trap. Oof. That's not that bad though, honestly. What do I want to do here though? We probably want changeover back. So let's start by summoning our kitchen. Kitchen's gonna let us search. Do we want to search for a parlor? Or do we want to search for a big dragon? Oh, we can't negate that now. I forgot. But he's just kind of like putting lots of cards on the field. And I feel like I don't care. Because none of the cards are scary. I don't know what this face down card is. But like I'm not scared of, what is this, Mizuki? Yeah, that just lets you special summon something. Like honestly, it's probably more useful in your graveyard than it is on the field. So we're going to search green. I think green's slightly better than red. My priority is usually green, pink, and red last, I think. But it kind of depends on what Dragonmaids you have on the field. Alright. So now is where I'm not exactly sure what we should do. We have pink and green in the grave. Which means we can... both of them can be summoned. I don't really want to use... wait, can I summon? Hold up. Can I summon Sheyu with this? I don't see why not. I wonder... I've never done this before, so let's give this a try real quick. Unfortunately, it'll be in defense mode. Can summon Sheyu. This is maybe a mistake. Just because now we don't have a Sheyu in attack mode, and I could have... which one do I want back in my hand? Is Nurse good? No, I probably want Chamber back in my hand. I think I activate Changeover. So I only have 2 dragons that I'm going to be able to summon. And so I'm not even going to be attacking with Chamber at all. So that gives us Changeover. And now I think we just enter the battle phase. Yeah, I think that's fine. So we'll enter the battle phase here. We'll activate Nurse's effect to summon pink. And then we'll activate Kitchen's effect to summon green. And now at the end of the battle phase, we'll actually be able to swap them back. And that will put these good quick effects in our hand, like discard a card and well, this one's not a quick effect, but that one's a quick effect and red is a quick effect. Oh, don't forget to attack then. I guess we'll figure out what this face down is. What do you do again? I think we have to negate that because he's going to draw 5 cards and we don't want that. Plus, this should let us summon House Dragonmaid in attack mode. Yeah. So now all of a sudden we have an attack to do. That's good stuff right there. So now we can do some damage. He didn't get his draw with his Morphing Jar. We'll go to main phase 2 and swap these guys back out. Do that to summon Kitchen. Do we have anything that Nurse can summon? We don't have anything that Nurse can summon, so maybe we shouldn't have swapped Nurse back in. But that's okay. Because now I'm going to activate Changeover again so we can get another Sheyu on the field. Don't activate that. I would like Sheyu back. What do we use? I feel like we use pink. And we use Chamber. Yeah, that seems fine. Summon Sheyu back on the field. So we got our negate back. And he's not looking good. He can't really do anything. So we'll just hold this field. I don't know what that does. Uh-oh. Alright. I mean, if he activates it, we can just destroy it. Do I want to summon anything with Shayu? I don't think so. I think we're good. I don't think we want to summon anything. Like, this is what I mean. We summon so much. At a certain point, like, my field's just too full. I still haven't even used spheres. Like, this is crazy. And just keep in mind, while you're in their main phase, if you don't have a regular Dragonmaid on the field, you do want to switch your toggle to on. If you're using spheres at the moment. Or if you're using, or if you have a tiding in the graveyard. Those are the two opportunities, is spheres and tiding in the graveyard. You can only activate them at the start of the battle step if you... I do not like this card. Hold on, can I spin this back? Or do I just negate it? Because this really messes up all my stuff. Like, I can't special summon or do anything with this on the field. I think I have to negate it, which is hilariously stupid, but... yeah. I can't allow that. But yeah, the only way to get an effect to go off at the start of the battle step, or for the game to ask you, is if you have your toggle on. Okay. I mean, that kind of figures that he surrenders there. I kind of, like, he only had one card left. I don't know what he was going to do with that, but that was definitely going to interrupt my ability to be able to continue playing, so I kind of had to negate it. And just sending it back to his hand is not that good, unless I'm doing it in the end phase, because he'll just replay it, right? So I think negating it there was the right play. And we actually ranked up. And we got our first win, so maybe you're learning how to play Dragonmaids with me. Now, I got a little bit of experience going into this, or before I started, but hopefully you are understanding what's going on. I'll continue to explain what I'm thinking. But maybe we could try and work a little bit faster, because right now I am taking my time with everything. But there is a lot to think about with Dragonmaids. Because you saw just how many options I had at all times. If I always wanted to special summon, if I didn't want to special summon. Not the greatest, so I think we're going to use Prosperity. And we'll banish 6, and I'll show you. So I go 1 here, all 3 of my XYZs, 1 Pisty, and Nightmare. Is generally how I banish, but that might not be that smart. It's mostly the XYZs aren't that useful. I've never made Zeus in this deck yet, so you could definitely make it. I'm not saying you can't make it. I'm just saying I've never made it. I would rather make like Shayu and stuff instead. And then this, if you know how Prosperity works, it asks you to organize the cards you're putting at the bottom of the deck. But we search our decks so much, it does not matter. I think most decks are going to be in this same, or like the same thing's going to happen for most decks where we search so much. Like we're going to search right now. We're going to search a Hospitality. Instantly our deck is shuffled, right? So none of that mattered of what order we put them in. So we just click through it quickly. Now I want to make spheres here. So I think we activate Hospitality, which lets us play Kitchen. We will send something using Hospitality, and then we'll activate your effect. I think we'll send Parlor in this case. We could either send one of the dragons or Parlor. Since I don't have access to a Parlor right now, I kind of want a Parlor, because then if I use my spheres to summon a Nurse, I can then use that to summon Parlor. Now, I think we'll just go for spheres here. And even though this doesn't look like much, spheres on the field is pretty good. just like that. And now tiding is interesting because I kind of want it in the grave, but we might be able to make use of it. The one thing to remember with tiding is you can only use one effective tiding per turn. So if I activate it on his turn, I cannot use the banish effect from my graveyard that turn. I'd have to wait till the next turn. Oh, I didn't put my call. What was I thinking? For some reason, I thought I could use my called from my hand on his turn. I don't know. I definitely should have put called down. Okay, so this is where I'm going to go on the battle phase. Really. I don't think he's going to go to the battle phase. And I can only send face up cards. It's the end of the battle phase. I can do nothing here. I had not anticipated him doing nothing. It's kind of bad for me because now I am doing nothing. Okay, but we got hospitality, so we're okay again. So we're going to use our hospitality here to summon Parlor. He has a response, so this must be activatable. Unless he got a new card in his hand. We don't want to activate any of that. We will summon Parlor. And then we'll use Parlor's effect. Oh, we'll obviously also do that to summon that. This is why you kind of want to use Hospitality on a few of your different Dragonmaids. Because then you have already sent the dragons and you don't need to send them with Parlor. So now we'll use Parlor. If he has a skill drain, we'll send it back to the hand, I think. He does not have a skill drain. So I will send Tiding now. Or do I want Changeover? Do I have a way to get Changeover? I don't think I have a way this turn. Unless I activate Spheres and summon Nurse to summon Chamber from our graveyard. I don't have a good way to get Changeover. I think I searched Changeover here. Oh, but that's not good either. That was a mistake. Because there's no way I can... Yeah, there's no way I can summon... Or no, maybe I can't. Hold up. I just gotta wait till after my battle phase. We're fine, we're fine. We go battle phase. That will ask me to activate Parlor. We just can't make Shayu before the battle phase this turn. So we activate Parlor, which lets us summon a green. I wonder what he has. It's like, it's activatable a lot. Oh, I always forget I'm in the battle phase after I special summon. So I guess let's do this, because I just don't know what he's playing at the moment. And we can spin something back with Tiding. I probably want to do soon if at all possible. Okay, it's Blue Eyes. Not that big of a surprise, honestly. We could Called by the Grave that, which I probably will do. Just because he's kind of annoying. So let's end our battle phase. That lets us activate green. Come on. He's really thinking. Maybe he's reading green's effect. See what I'm doing, but really I'm just putting Parlor back on the field. So now I can put Parlor back in my hand and summon Shayu. He's doing an awful lot of reading of my cards at the moment. So now we'll activate changeover. Does he have a negate? I mean, I feel like he should have negated something if he has a negate. Alright, so we'll use both Parlor and Green. And don't worry, they'll probably be back pretty soon. Maybe don't summon these two in the same column. So now I have a negate with Shayu. And in the end phase, I'm thinking I just called his White Stone. Do I even care? I don't think I care, actually. I think I just set my call, honestly. It's like, Blue Eyes, whoop-de-freaking-do. Oh, but he's gonna summon Spirit of White. Get rid of one of my back row, but I don't care that much. What is this? Card effects. Do I negate that? That's a tough one. But I can use spheres to send it back, and then that'll destroy all of his monsters. Oh no, it's only if it's sent to the graveyard. So that's slightly annoying, but at least I have a target for spheres. Oh, I didn't even realize this thing had all these different effects. No, I don't care. Let him summon a Blue Eyes. I think we're fine. We just can't target the Blue Eyes, unfortunately. I would probably send it back to his hand in his battle phase, but now we cannot do that with whatever this is. Okay, what is he going to banish? I mean, I could just destroy Spirit of White. He got my Tiding. That sucks a little bit. Because obviously I want it in the grave, I don't want it banished. I really wish he hit the downtime. That's fine, it's whatever. We'll let the Tiding go. Okay, so we'll be activating Shayu's effect, that seems reasonable. And we have Nurse, right? No, we don't have Nurse. Oh, we didn't have Nurse this duel yet, which is fine. What am I going to be doing then? Probably Parlor, give me Tiding. Is what I think we're going to want to do. I don't know what he's trying to activate right now. So yeah, here's Parlor. Parlor send Tiding to the grave. And so we can use Tiding this turn. Okay, we don't need toggle on because we have a Dragonmaid on the field. I don't even know what the bingo machine does. Sure, I honestly do not care. We'll let him do whatever until it looks bad. But I don't think I'm scared of a single Blue Eyes card enough. So there's... Okay, he had 3. Did he... I guess he really needs a Blue Eyes? He wants to be able to activate... He really wants to be able to activate Spirit of White, maybe? Oh, he has Alternative in his hand? Okay, I mean, that's fine. Is Alternative's name Blue Eyes? Yeah, it is. Should be fine. Wait, can I use this? Turn one spell or trap card your opponent controls to the hand. I can use that. To return whatever this is. But obviously I don't seem to have a good way to destroy that. Okay, so he's destroying Shayu now. Which means I guess I have to negate it. But I still don't think we're looking that bad. I'm just kind of waiting to see what he wants to do before I return this card. Because if he doesn't summon a Blue Eyes White Dragon that's scary enough, then I can just then I like don't care, essentially. We don't need to activate anything. So we'll pop his alternative. That lets us summon House. He definitely forced that one out. I don't know if he did that on purpose. From your hand or graveyard was selected. But does it tell me? So I can't call by the grave it because it doesn't seem to target. Okay, that's fine, whatever. Oh, you could just summon that again, huh? Can this pop again? Yeah, I think it can. I'm considering what to put back in my hand. I guess I should have banished that. Because I can't target either of these two, which is slightly annoying. We'll wait. I can wait till he goes for the pop. Because if he wants to pop spheres, I guess I'll just hop off the field with spheres. But really, I'm debating if I want to put House back in my hand. Just because, or back in my deck. Because we already banished one House. Yes, I will do this. Return House. Because she's going to get popped otherwise. And then we don't want to do that. Wait, what? Why didn't it let me return that card? I am very confused now. Well, I'm not sure what just happened, but I guess we will be doing this. Activate Parlor's effect. I would have to have some more time to read it right now. We're a little bit short on time. We're still fine. Once he attacks... Oh, wait. I didn't turn my toggle on to auto. I'm an idiot. Dang it. Okay, so in response to my maid activating there, I had to change my toggle on auto so that I could then respond afterwards to the resolution with spheres. That was a slight mistake. Don't need any of that. Hard to return to the owner's hand. I can target both of these, which is kind of weird. This guy can't attack, right? Yeah, so just return... Oh, but he can pop off the field, right? If he does that... Oh no, he cannot. Does that not target, or why did it work like that? I'm not exactly sure. Anyways, we don't have time at the moment. I need to hurry up, do my play. What am I special summoning here? I guess Chamber, that's fine. Now, if I had done that at the start of the battle phase, both of these could have changed out for a different Dragonmaid in my graveyard, which I think we have both pink and red still. Give me hospitality. Oh, we just have red, so we could have swapped out Chamber for red. We don't have a pink at the moment. It's the end of the battle phase. We already summoned Parlor. Yeah, I want to do this though, because then I can use Changeover's effect to put Parlor back in my hand. Because we want Shayu back. Once we have Shayu back, we can get over the other Blue Eyes monsters. Really. Honestly, do whatever you want. I don't care. Are you gonna synchro? So if he activates Whitestone of Legends, I will banish alternative. Spirit Dragon. Uh-oh. That's not great for me. We can't special summon from the graveyard anymore. So we're gonna need Shayu to get past this. But he can just jump into an Azure. But does Azure activate when he comes onto the field? Can Shayu destroy him? I don't remember. Right now we got a little bit of a time crunch issue. He's not... Should I banish that? Or let him summon a Blue Eyes? I guess if it's another Spirit of White, then I kind of hate it. I guess we'll call by the grave it. We maybe should have just called by the grave in response to it, but... Now this is an interesting duel, though. Okay, so I can't special summon from the graveyard right now. Wait. When an effect of a card... Ooh, that's bad. So I need to activate Tiding first, because I need to bait out this effect. Because I need my changeover. I need him to negate this. So then I can get my changeover out of my graveyard. Although it banishes itself. Can he negate that? Because it immediately banishes itself. Ah, he didn't... Yeah, sure. I think I'm gonna completely change up my strategy right now. Because it's not working how I want it to, but I have an idea of what I need to do. I think we need a pink. Oh, I could just activate this. But I need to go into the battle phase. Hold up. Instead, I'm going to make Appaloosa. Or I could make access code. think I make Appaloosa. Sorry, with the timer getting low and me having to think a lot, I'm struggling at the moment. So now I can negate his effect. As long as he doesn't immediately pop me. And I can use Nurse this turn. I shouldn't have used the Tiding. I don't know if he could even negate the Tiding because it immediately banished itself. This is a difficult one. So we want to use Hospitality, use Nurse. Nurse can then do probably Parlor to get the last Tiding. I don't know what this does. Oh, he's special summoning alternative? Should be fine. Okay, so we want Nurse. And then... might as well put the second pink in the graveyard. The Nurse will activate to summon Parlor. Wait, did I already use Parlor? No, I didn't. I used Kitchen. You can only use their effects once, so you gotta keep track of it. I like that our Appaloosa's 3200 attack here. That's pretty nice. So Parlor's gonna grab Tiding here. I mean, if I'm so close to timing out, he's gotta be really close to timing out too, right? Okay, now we activate this. Doesn't matter. He didn't negate it. He must be running out of time. Because I feel like he should have negated that. So we'll summon Shayu. We'll use the 2 cards in our hand. Now we're gonna go battle phase. What order do I want to do it in? I think I attack here first. We also want to activate this effect. Get me a pink dragon. Yeah, I want to go here first, so hopefully he doesn't activate Spirit of White, because if he activates Spirit of White, I have to negate it. And once I do that, Appaloosa is not going to have enough attack to get over this guy. I like this. There's a lot of thinking going on here. Even if this guy's deck isn't the best, we're definitely, like, having a real duel here. Okay, so he didn't negate, which is great news. Or he didn't activate that. What the heck does that do? Good special summon. Destroyed by a card effect. Ah, he's gonna have 3000 attack. But I can't negate it. Shoot. That's just what it is, I guess. I gotta allow it because I need to be able to attack over this stupid Spirit of White. And House can't get over it. But I could maybe negate the activation of Spirit of White, or Spirit Dragon, with Shayu. Oh, we didn't summon an attack. Why don't we... Oh, I could have negated with... Whoops. I should have negated the activation of that thing in the first place. That was a mistake. So now we go over this thing. Yeah, he's gotta be running out of time. Main phase 2, we activate this, bring Nurse back. Alright, we gotta go. I just need to negate the right stuff here. Which might be tough. He's got more time than me because he just started his turn. I think I might have wasted too much time. That's a mistake. Okay, sure, give me this. I just know I want his turn to end. Do I just negate that? He's gonna summon an alternative again, I think. Yep, there's alternative. I guess I'll just negate his alternative with Appaloosa instead. This is a tough one. It's really coming down to the wire on time here. I need it to be my turn so I get my time back. Ow! Yeah, he's obviously trying to pop Shayu, but I'm gonna negate it with this. I don't know if he can still attack. Because his effect got negated. I guess I have to negate that. This is interesting, to say the least. Oh. Not an easy one. I've pretty much used up a lot of my resources in my deck. Like all my spells and traps. But he's gonna... Is this card called Blue Eyes? I guess he can do that. Negate that, sure. Just keep negating stuff with Appaloosa until he gives some, please. I'll have one more negate left. I don't even have time to activate these effects, honestly. I need it to be my turn again. I just need to start, like, canceling everything. At a certain point, I might even have to just turn the toggle off. Battle phase. Can he attack? I don't know, but I don't have time to activate my effects. He can attack. That's fine. Interesting idea. I don't know if I'd go with that one, but it's whatever. Because I still have a negate on Appaloosa here. You summon only from the hand. Only from the hand. Dang. I don't know what this does. I don't have time. Alright, just turn toggle off. I guess he gets to attack again? Oh no, he's in main phase too. Turn it back on just in case there's something I can negate. I gotta negate it. Alright, now turn the toggle off. I got nothing else I can negate. Okay, I got time again. Oh my gosh. Woo! This is wild at the moment, huh? What do I got in here? Changeover and Tidings. I definitely activate Changeover. Put Nurse back. I think I win here? Unless he has something really good, I'm pretty sure I win. So now I summon Nurse. Use that to give me Parlor. I have another thing I can send to the graveyard? Is it Hospitality? I don't actually know which one it is. I don't think I activate. Alright, then we activate Hiding. We'll first summon Shayu, actually. Gonna summon Shayu using pink and using you. Oh, he can summon another Blue Eyes. I see, I see. But in response to him activating that, I can cancel it with Shayu. So we're gonna just have as many Dragonmaids on the field as possible to summon a whole bunch of dragons. And we want Chamber back. Now Chamber... Oh, Parlor can send monsters. That's why her effect is activatable. Okay, okay, okay. Battle phase. Alright. We activate Nurse. Nurse will summon Pink Dragon. And then Chamber will summon Red Dragon. And then Parlor will summon Green Dragon. Alright, so he's going to obviously activate to try and special summon Alternative after we kill Alternative. And we'll negate that with Shayu. Oh, what? I didn't know that was a thing. That's not good. Well, shoot. I guess give me back all the maids. I didn't know he could do that. I mean, obviously I didn't have time to read this card. No, I don't need that. Dang it, man. I was really hoping that would finally be it. Now, we want to put spheres. Oh, I could summon access code? Maybe we just summon access code here. Okay, this is going to be a weird play. But I want to get this Appaloosa out of here. I should have summoned access code first. If I knew he had a card to pop, I would have summoned access code first. So this is going to be a 6300 attack access code, which is pretty cool. You don't get that very often because you don't very often use a Link 4 to make him. No, I don't want to chain any of this stuff. If I pop this, his Blue Eyes goes. And now we set this. And then I think we're just good to go. Oh, I only have 30 seconds. Jesus. You just surrender? Oh no, no, I don't have time. I didn't have my hand on the mouse. I was taking a drink of water. We need to gate something good. Are you not out of cards yet? If I can't. Is that good enough? That doesn't seem good enough. I think I have to negate that. He used his normal summon. Don't care. Just get out of here. Summon last. Last one. Is that good enough? What's he got? Oh, this can only target face-ups. Not good enough. Okay. Oh my gosh, we are still playing, huh? Alright, give me... Chamber. We need to summon Shayu here. With Shayu, we can negate whatever that is and win. Alright, I think we've finally done it. Summon another Shayu. We'll use the Chamber and might as well use the Nocto Vision actually. Okay, now we got another negate. Got plenty of damage on the field. We can even do this to get extra damage. Can we negate that? It's a continuous, so I think I just do this. We're gonna banish that. Oh, we did it! Oh my gosh. I just got an achievement called Necromancer, probably for summoning cards from the graveyard. Oh man, I mean this guy's account is new. He just built this Blue Eyes deck right away, huh? Holy bejesus. That was a good duel in my opinion. It was really down to the wire. And I think we played well. It's just like this deck is new to me, so I had to do a lot of thinking, right? I had to consider all my options instead of just... Whereas like Tri-Brigades, I kind of know everything that I can do, so I'm a lot faster at it. This one, I really had to think about it. That was a great duel. I'm going to save that one. I would like to save that replay. That was a really good one. But yeah, I mean, this video is super long. If you saw the time at the beginning, you probably assumed that we weren't going to win 2 right away, but we did win. We win 2-0 today with the Dragonmaids. It did take me about 15 minutes to explain the deck at the beginning, but hopefully that was useful. If it wasn't useful, maybe you probably skipped it. I didn't activate enough trap cards. I suppose that makes sense. I did only activate 1 trap card. Oh my gosh. That was a long one. I'm just going to collect our rewards, and then we will be on with our day. Woo! We special summon from the grave a lot. We did some destruction, finally. Special summoned a whole bunch. Alright, that is all the challenges. We'll grab what we got from the duel pass. And then did we get enough do-hickamajiggles to do one of these? Nope. Alright, well, that is gonna do it for this one. Hopefully you enjoyed that epic duel against Blue Eyes. It was Match of the Dragons, huh? I mean, I guess Blue Eyes is like spellcasters and dragons because like Sage is a spellcaster. But Dragonmaids is all dragons, so it's kind of like Showdown of the Dragons. And I think we played pretty well. There were some things later on in the duel that I simply didn't do right because I was running out of time. But other than that, I think I played it pretty well. We negated so many things with Shayu. You can see how good she is. You just want to summon her like every single time that you can. I need to figure out what I did wrong with that downtime in the middle of the duel, but I just don't understand. So maybe I'll have to reread and watch it again. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this one. It was an epic and a long one, and I will see you next time.